I made it off the block. Not another statistic. Available on headknockers.com or Amazon. You buy it from me, you get a signature, the whole get down. Yo, this your California cousin, Guillermo Eiland. And if you don't know, and if you don't tune in, I'm gonna catch you. Because I'm chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Big Kaz.
Like, ain't you got nothing better to do? You had nothing better to do than to go on my page. I see stuff that I want to criticize, but I just go, and I don't get this time back. And last time I checked my bank account, I can't afford to just waste that time.
Yeah,
but
I used to get into it too, but it's like, for what?
Well,
for what?
I will tell you what made this retirement. What made me go to the Thunder Guards was how amazing Sin City was. You know, there was no relationship with Thunder Guards in Sin City. None. Others, I pulled up to Colorado and they damn near parked my bike for me. They were so, but you know how states are, different beefs, different areas. And Arizona, the president, J-Rock, my real brother, he's a president of Sin City, of a chapter here, my brother Torch. You know, it's been such an amazing journey to be like-minded. You know, Fat D from Outkast, you know, Cats from Wheels of Soul, my relationship with the Mongols. I don't have a relationship with Hells Angels. I have zero relationship with them. And that's their choice. You know, I don't have, you know, I had because of my brother. You know, I was up under Rusty Coons for a little while, hanging out with them. But I will tell you this. There's no motorcycles in jail. You can't put it on the back of a hearse. So this fake war that you guys are killing each other over that happened in Laughlin, or somebody's usually over a female, or over, it's never been a state thing. It's just a bully thing. But I go wherever I want to go. Like, oh man, don't go to Cave Creek. I'm at Cave Creek. I was sitting on the side of a road last week and a Hells Angel passed right by me. And man, respectfully, that dude looked at me and I looked at him. He did a U-turn, did it again, and kept it pushing. Applaud to that guy, because he was like, whatever thought in his mind, and he caught me dead right. I was just, you know, but I'm from Rolling 60 Crip. I still got other Crips and Bloods that would kill me at 56 years of age. For this tattoo, for that tattoo, and the stuff I've done. You think I want to die over some dumbass patch, over a piece of material? I love the tradition of the motorcycle world. I love the tradition. I love the history. I said something to my brother, Jason. You know, he was a Hells Angel for, I think, 6 years. And I was there when he left. And I said, you know, Jason, the only thing you get from this is memories and miles. And he retyped it. He goes, wow, that's a good one. Memories and miles. And I said, yeah, that's all you get. You don't get a watch. They usually want your colors back. You know, I still have mine retired. Mine actually said retired on.
They keep going without you.
Yeah. You're a memory. So only thing you want to get out of it is good memories. You know, I talked to a brother last night and I was dropping a bike off because a bike I bought in Germany, I sold it before I moved to Thailand. I'm getting the bike back. And a brother by the name of AP, and I hope it's okay that I said his name, but he's a soldier. And he said, you know, what made you leave? I said, I hit my destination. And the moment it stops being fun, you know, I was with Bone Thugs and Harmony from 98 to 2009. It stopped being fun around 2004. I ended up buying Mo Thugs in 2007. It became an investment in 2007, which made me stick around a couple more years. But if anybody goes and pulls up the video, Big Kaz, Change Gonna Come, at the end of the video, I walk off stage at the Honda Theater in Anaheim, I think it was, or the Arrowhead or whatever it was. It was December 23rd, 2009. It was always the last show we did of the year before Christmas. And at the end of the song of Change Gonna Come, I walk off stage. My motorcycle was in the back. I'd rode to the show that night because we went all around the world, all around the state, but we always end the show in California. I got on my bike, and I'm, with the exception of seeing Lazy Bone last year, leaving a podcast, I'm showing up as a podcast, and he didn't talk to me, and I didn't talk to him. Once it stops being fun, it's over. I still love 1% life. I don't love club life anymore. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. We were talking earlier about what makes a 1%er, a true 1%er.
I hear so many guys talk about, they go with the Harley Davidson, 99% are law abiding, and it's that 1%. I don't go by that. Because I know guys that wear 1% diamond that are not 1%ers. And I don't mean it disrespectfully. And if you take it disrespectfully, then you're probably not a 1%er. A 1%er to me does not do politics, does not raise bait, and doesn't do religion. I put out something last week. I said, look, I said, no matter what the turnout is going to be tomorrow, meaning the election, I said, you're still going to be pulled over and be guilty before innocent. You're going to be treated like a felon. The stop will be a felony stop. And whoever you vote for does not give two shits about you. You are considered an insubordinate. You are considered the degrading part of America as not a weekend rider, not a guy wearing his eagle patch for the weekend, as a 1%er. You are going to be treated like trash. There's not a separate piece of paper for black people. There's not a separate piece of paper for Mexicans. There's not a separate piece of paper for 1%ers. You fall in a different dynamic. And I said, here's what you can't keep doing as a 1%er. You can't be in, if you can find a picture of me ever going like this, and bikers always like, I swear to you, Staxx, I'll give you $1,000. So somebody's gonna have to Photoshop it, because I never got that. Like, why am I gonna take a picture, especially if someone's standing next to me and I'm going like this? Because don't it look like I'm saying fuck him? I never got that. And then if I'm doing it saying fuck the world, no, I like the world. I love living in it. I may say fuck the establishment, the politics, but to me, what I said, you can't be sitting up here with your middle finger and wearing hats saying F the world, but then you're voting. Because I'm not, people say, oh, then how are you going to get change? When I showed up at my office, Staxx, nothing about my office said I need a president to help me do something. Nothing. When I made my house payment, which is $3,000, there was nothing about a president that's the real estate market. So to me, what makes a 1%er, you ever met that guy from your neighborhood, Staxx, that was just that guy that just seemed like he was beyond intelligent? And you could sit with him for hours.
Yeah.
A 1%er is that guy that is usually sitting in one spot doing absolutely nothing, but for some reason it seems interesting. My daddy used to always tell me what makes a good, strong 1%er and a leader, people will follow you. And even if you turn left and you're going the wrong way, they think you're going the right way. A 1%er is just a person that says, man, whatever y'all are doing over there, I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to stay in this spot. I don't think a 1%er means that you have it on your chaleco. I don't care if it's tattooed on your body 10 times. If you do not give respect, you do not deserve respect. If your woman talks to you like trash and your kids don't like you, and you're a plumber and before you got that patch, news bulletin, you're a plumber and with a patch. I have met 2000. So I came home in 2010. So you can say, like I said, I got in motorcycle life 2010, even though I was around it my whole life. I can say I've maybe met So we're talking, how many years is that, Staxx? 26 years? I'm sorry, 16 years. 2010 to 2000. So what are we in? 2024?
14.
So 14. Okay. So in that many years, I've maybe met a handful of one percenters. Boss Mike, rest in peace. That's a one percenter. Chuck from Thunder Guards. That's a one percenter. Cinco from the Mongols. That's a one percenter. My brother Jason, Hell's Angel. That's a one percenter. Rags from the Mongols. That's a one percenter. Rude motherfucking Richie. That's a one percenter.
Have you seen people that put the patch on and it makes them act like there's somebody they're not?
You know, we get guys that come to the gym and say, "Can you teach me how to fight?" You know what's the first thing we say? I can't teach you how to fight. I can teach you techniques. You won't know if you can fight until you get in a fight. So every Friday, we have an open floor. So if you've been training Monday through Thursday and you keep missing Friday, you're just a student. If you train Monday through Thursday and you show up Friday to fight, you're a fighter. You ain't got to wait for a fight. We fight every single Friday. You know, sadly, you know, I brought in a lot of people into the motorcycle world, a lot. And I always tell them, I said, do me a favor. Don't do drugs, because you should know how that movie's going to end. And don't throw up, you know, don't throw up little gang signs for your club that you think means your club. Because if it looks like a gang sign, some gangbanger going you know, test your chin. But definitely don't get caught up in the drugs. And usually 95% of the time, that's the first thing I see is they get caught up in drugs. You know, you're at your most humble when you're a prospect. For some reason, you know what's crazy, Staxx? I'm still one of those indebted type, like I'm still a prospect, even though I'm retired. Now I'll get the food. You guys go ahead. Everybody knows I like to see everybody else happy. I always work the bar and I don't drink. I have my own alcohol. Outlaw vodka. Type it in right now. Outlaw vodka. You'll see me pop up. I own Outlaw vodka, Outlaw Moscato, and Outlaw Merlot. I sold the company to a company called Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I made enough and they gave me a check, but I also don't really drink. I had a moment, but then it was like, nah. But I used to work the bar at every event because I wanted to see everybody else happy. And I wanted to regulate how people were drinking because I wanted them to get home safe. So if they got to 4 or 5, I'm like, bro, I'm cutting you off. One, it's my clubhouse. So, but I wish guys understood. You're supposed to be a 1%er without your chaleco. Mooch, my beautiful brother Mooch, go get his book. He did a show and he said, and it's been talk since he did the show. And he said, you're not a 1%er after you leave the club. And I called Mooch that night. He said, you know, it stays with the club. And I called Mooch that night. He didn't pick up, so I left him my audio, Mooch, you know. And I said, Mooch, you're wrong. I said, you, my friend, are a 1%er because how me and Mooch met was I went up to Oakland. I was on my documentary tour, Life of 1%er, available on headknockers.com. And I got an invite from the Mongols to meet them up in Oakland. Never met the guys. Got an email from a guy by the name of Speakeasy. I can show you the pictures. I go to East Oakland. I'm Latino. You invite me for beer and tacos, I'm showing up. So I sea-lined over. We met it in East Oakland. We're right around the corner from East Bay Dragons. But I'm like, they do know this is those other guys' area too. Before I can get a beer or a taco, more than a dozen of those other guys showed up. And it was a standoff over 30 minutes.